Today, we have a recipe for you. Now, this was a recipe that really it started as just a regular recipe for a sandwich that used barbecue sauce, but I did a little talking and got a few requests just for a barbecue sauce alone. Thought about it. I said, you know what? Why not? So that's what we did. Was it a mistake? No. Was it a bit difficult? Yes. It was difficult to get right by creating our own because I didn't think it was a good idea to rip off any else's recipe. We really wanted to do our own take on this. So, after many trials and many experimentations, now we do know what is in normal barbecue sauce to a certain extent, but I did a ground up from regular tomato paste recipe, and I have a good one I'm still working on. But I really, for you guys, for here, I was like, well, you know what? I want to do something that pretty much everybody could have an opportunity to do. I didn't want to put really super exotic ingredients that you really have to go out for and look for. I didn't want to make it too spicy. I just wanted to make it kind of rounded out and kind of for everyone. And I think we did a good job. I definitely do. It took a long time. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of hard work to do this. I asked myself, why did I do this? But I like barbecue sauce a lot, so we wanted to share this with you. And here you go. And we're looking at a picture of lucky Tristan the cat who got one of the first tastes of it. Well, maybe he wasn't so lucky because he got an older one, but it was still good. But it wasn't the simpler version. But let's see. Oh, I'm doing lighting on him right now. I was doing lighting because I wanted to get, maybe I wanted to get some kind of advertisement out using him because he's a cool guy. And he's just so cute here, isn't he? I don't know. I'm still working on this, and I'm not really sure what I'm going to do, but I'm in the process. But right now, I'm not sure if I like this filter or not. It's a glass filter. But we're still working on this, and here are the raws of him. So it isn't just photoshopped in. You can take my word for it because these aren't good photos. Not all of them. And they still are raw CR2s, as you can see in the top left. See, there we go. He has it on him here too. Oh, poor kitty. He's dirty. But he did have to clean himself off. But eventually he did eventually do that. So with that being said, let's get straight to the straight to what we're talking about here, our recipe. Now, this recipe, like I said, it's going to be the fast and easy version. I really didn't want to use ketchup, but in the end, it's a lot simpler. It takes a lot longer. I think the preparation on this, I wanted to get the preparation time really low because I know I don't like making really committed. I don't like committing myself to making really long recipes unless they're really something I know it's going to be like, wow, phenomenal. Or, maybe I'm trying to impress somebody with my cooking or something like that. I've really never attempted a barbecue sauce. I love barbecue sauce, but actually I have, but I've never really, and it wasn't very good. I never seriously attempted a barbecue sauce. So this is my first attempt, but this one took at least maybe almost I'd say at least eight trials and no, and fails or just, too difficult or something like that. So I wanted to round it out. With that being said, here's the sauce. And I went with the cilantro lime because I really like cilantro lime. It's one of my favorite. I like cilantro a lot. And I like chipotle. Chipotle's been my thing lately. I've been getting some really good dried chipotle peppers that you see right there. And they're very good. And I've been grinding them up and using them for recipes. But let's delete this. So you see how we went back to our bland photo because I wanted to highlight. Now, if I was doing this by freehand, this is what we're going to get. So let's just say I want to highlight the sauce, make it look good. Okay, let me turn off my exposure a little bit, or a lot, to make it known where I'm going, and I'm just going around Like, all right, let's get this. Let's highlight this. Looks great. And you can use the mouse wheel to increase or decrease the size. And I have this on 50%. Oh, I highlighted that too much. Oh no. Oh boy. You know, I do not have a steady hand today. Or it's just something very complicated. It could take hours to do this. So I'm going to go ahead, left click on reset brushing, and go in, hit our auto mask. Now I have our density at 50 today. I like using 50 because we can always go back and add a little extra oomph to the highlight to because I have multiple things. I have 4 subjects, maybe 5 if you want to consider this a subject, the cilantro. Let's go ahead and see. You know what? Let's take it off for a second. I'll show you what happens when we don't use it. It just gives you a straight up highlight. It's unintelligent. So I'm just go back, reset our brushing again, and you're gonna hit Magic Auto Mask, which is gonna give you an auto selection tool. Now you want to get everything you can within the circle, and you want to hit it at the plus. So I want to get the sauce. So there we go. Wow, I just grabbed it. That's amazing, isn't it? Now I want to get the cilantro, and we just grabbed that too as well. I have the exposure turned up real high so you can see what I'm selecting. Now I want to get the chipotle pepper. Now this might have multiple highlights because there's a lot of shading going on here. Let's see what we get. No, it looks good. I just want to get the highlights in this right now. I don't want to bring up the shadows, especially. It's not my focal point. Let's go ahead and let's get our... Ooh, that might have been too much. Go ahead, edit, undo that last one. Let's try to get the rind, because I was trying to hit the rind. And again, we're selecting the things we're hitting with our plus. It's right in the center. That's what we're getting. So I'm going to go ahead and get the brush a few times itself. And the thing with the brush is just because of the shape that I have to go lengthwise. And this doesn't have a lengthwise brush per se. So it does get other things in the highlight when you do that. So try to prevent that. We're going to I brought the brush size down because it'll only highlight things within your brush. See how that got missed because it wasn't in the brush? That's what happens. And trying to avoid getting the shadows too, because I like to highlight the shadows with these. All right, so let's just keep going. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'm gonna get the sauce maybe one more time. Get the cilantro one more time just to make that stand out the most. Because again, our density is only 50%, so we can do multiple highlights. So let's go ahead and bring our exposure up, bring our contrast up a bit. Kind of bring that whole area, make that stand out, but not look too blown out and washed out, if you know what I mean. So let's do this. And a lot of times it's going to be your preference. You can do this by eye. You can do it by histogram as well. I don't always do it by histogram, but I do use the histogram, as a reference point. I know we got a lot of peaking whites in this photo, and this is the way it is because I used the white background. So I'm going to bring our saturation up by a bit too, because I want it to look colorful. I like to make food look colorful, maybe not that much. And I think that's going to be good. It's going to be good for us. Let me bring back our film strip. This is what it looked like before everything. There we go. This is about what we had. Now, look how many spots I had on this. It's just so much better, I think. I think it's so much more color. It just looks great. It looks more professional. And there's a lot of healing brush that I did beforehand. See all those little dots? Those are all dots that I took out yesterday, actually. I was working on it. So, yes, it has, it's been an interesting experience making this sauce. Tristan got to join in the action, and, I've been away for a little while. I know that. I've been working on this, but I've also been working on other things because the seasons are changing over. I believe March 19th, the beginning of spring. Yay, I'm very excited about that. I'm excited to be getting out of this winter because this winter, I would say for me has been straight up disappointment. I was really hoping for better amounts of snowfall. Love snow, but it takes a lot more preparation. But spring, spring and summer take preparation as well, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm working on getting like a new backpack this year because my old one, I think I can do better. Let's put it that way. I'm looking to getting into solar backpacks right now, and that's going to be really cool. I hope to get to a lot of places this year. I really do have a lot of aspirations, and that's going to be my major focus in the coming weeks is getting this going before spring starts. And we're well on our way to doing that. That's why I kind of haven't been around, and I might not uh, be around a whole lot, but I'm going to try to get in every once in a while to say hello. At least I'm not going to be working on a monumental barbecue sauce experiment like I was the last like week and a half. So, but it was fun. It was great. I'm really happy to share it with you. I do encourage you to try it out. If you're ever in a pinch, you're like, "Hey, where's the barbecue sauce?" Give it a shot. Give it a shot. What do you have to lose? But maybe 50 cents to $1 in ingredients, but not even. Um, yeah, definitely do that. I'm gonna post the recipe itself in the description of how to make it. And that's really going to be about it. And it's, nice to be checking back in. I'm still diligently preparing, like I've been saying. I hope to be out there pretty soon. So thanks again. It's been interesting doing this, but I think we're done and it's time to move on. Thank you so much. Take care. Thanks for watching.